Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rukakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. And all praises, honor, and glory is definitely due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Especially in the times that we're in. As we see the prophecies unfolding as they are, and we're seeing the Lord proving His word to be faithful and true. And hey, we almost out here, So yeah, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, call it out Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for that, But I want to touch on. I'm going to start with the book of 2 Peter, verse 1. It says, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall." Okay, if you do these things, you shall never fall. Okay, now I want to go to Google and look up this word diligence right quick. Okay, it says, let me see.
Diligence.
Let me see. It says, okay, the definition of the word diligence, it says careful and persistent work or effort. Careful and persistent work or effort. And now right here it says similar, so a similar word to that would be conscientiousness. And it says the quality of wishing to do one's work or duty well and thoroughly. The quality of wishing to do one's work or duty well and thoroughly. Okay, so going back to the scripture here. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall. Now, what sparked this lesson is scripture that my beloved brother Yawam just posted in our chat. He was doing some reading and the Spirit came on him to post this scripture. And so give me a second. Okay, so it's Psalm 31:10, and yeah, that's why it took a while. I wanted to make sure he got it in the Amplified Bible. So let me go there. And give me a second, I'm going to come back to this and make my point. So Psalm 31:10 in the Amplified Bible. Let me see if I can highlight it. No. Okay, it got it underlined right here. It says, "For my life is spent with sorrow, and my years with sighing. My strength has failed because of my iniquity, and even my bones have wasted away." My life is spent with sorrow, and my years of sighing. My strength has failed because of my iniquity, and even my bones have wasted away. This is understanding that we as Israelites are in the position, we're in the predicament that we're in because of our iniquity. Okay? And actually, that's not the one that I wanted. I don't think. Give me a second. Salakia. Kind of all over the place here. Yeah, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. It's Psalm 34 and 19. Salakia. Psalm 34 and 19. I'm going to underline it. I don't think it has a way to highlight it. I'm not that used to this app yet, so forgive me. It says, "Many evils confront the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all." And it says, the righteous, the consistently righteous. Okay, many evils confront the consistently righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. And now let me look at this word, consistently. And because it's just like conscientiousness, where it says the quality of wishing to do one's work or duty well and thoroughly, as well as diligence. I'm going to list the definition again. And it says careful and persistent work or effort. So let me look at this word, consistently. And it says in every case or on every occasion, in every case or on every occasion. So this, when you're given diligence, as we says right here, wherefore the rather brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. You are in every day, everything you do, okay, in all your works, you're trying to do what pleases Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, to make your calling and election sure. Okay? Because if in doing these things, you will never fall. Okay? Because when you do this, you know that the Lord is with you. Okay? This is why it's important that those of us that teach, we try to teach more. We continue to learn so we can learn more. Other brothers don't teach, but they try to multiply and increase. They pray, they try to increase themselves in whatever their gifts are. You're being diligent, okay, to make your calling and election sure, okay, and because you don't want to fall, okay. And that's very, very important. You want the Lord's protection, in especially in the times that's coming. We're going to need the Lord's protection. We're going to need the Lord's protection. Okay? So going back to Psalms 34 and 19, and I had it in the Amplified Bible. It says, "Many evils confront the constantly righteous, but the Lord delivers them all." Delivers him out of it all. So if you're given that due diligence to make your calling and election sure, you're consistently doing the work, you're consistently in prayer, you're consistently trying to teach the word, preaching the word, consistently trying to better yourself. You see what I'm saying? Consistently repenting. You're giving your due diligence to make your calling and election sure. This is what makes you righteous, and this is what makes the Lord deliver you out of all of your troubles. Okay? And that's what we're going to need, especially in these times, because we're in the time of Jacob's trouble. And it's about to get a whole lot worse. Okay? And understand that Jacob's trouble is everybody's trouble, but Jacob is the target. You Israelites are the target, because we're the children of the promise. Okay? So it's important that we give our due diligence. The heathens already have their judgment. You know what I'm saying? They're going to receive their judgment. Esau is going to receive his judgment. We're giving our due diligence to make our calling and election sure, because we don't know which one of us, if we're going to be saved or not. But we want to be. So we're doing as the scriptures say. We put on that of the elect. Now let me get that. That just came to mind. So Colossians 3:12, it says, "Put on therefore as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering, forbearing one another and forgiving one another, if any man have a quarrel against any, even as Yahushua forgave you, so also do ye." So we put on that of the elect. Okay, we are doing the things that the scriptures say the elect will do. Okay? And this chapter is a good read. I'm going to say that I would suggest you brothers go ahead and read that as well. Colossians chapter 3. Okay, so back to the scripture. We want the Lord to deliver us out of any trouble. Okay? Out of all the evils that are coming. Okay, so we give our due diligence to make our calling and election sure. Okay, now that's right quick, because I'm not gonna make this a long list, and I'm gonna go to the book of Psalms, chapter 91. And I'm not sure. I want to think. Well, yeah, I'm gonna start at verse 9. We'll start at verse 9. It says, "Because thou hast made Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation." So let me read it verbatim. "Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling." Okay? And so this is what we're praying for. But how do we do that? We have to make the Lord our refuge. We have to make Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua our refuge. Okay? Our habitation. We dwell. Like it says right here in the very first verse of Psalm 91, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the Almighty, under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I will trust." Okay, and we show our trust by doing our due diligence. We consistently do our due diligence, and we consistently pray for the Spirit to do even more, because you can never do enough with what Yahushua is doing for us, has done for us, what we're praying that He will do for us, what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will do for us. Look here, we can never do enough to deserve it. So it's very important that we stay diligent. Okay? This is very, very